Bless up viewers and subscribers, how you all doing? You know, it's Links 007 TV. Now recently I came across a video that surfaced online in regards to a flight from the UK destined to Jamaica, after they were told, and that would have been the passengers were told, that they would be quarantined for 14 days at a resort in St. Anne's. Now that did not went down well with the passengers after they became very boisterous and started to lace the entire plane with a whole lot of expletives, and a number of videos have surfaced online in regards to this, and we have one right now to share with you, our loyal viewers, right here on Links 007 TV. But when we look on what is going on in the world right now, this is a global pandemic, and it's a situation that is spiraling out of control. Unless the government initiates some real proactive approach in dealing with this matter, we're going to have this to deal with for an extended period of time. When we look on what is going on in the UK, in the United States, and rest of the other part of the world, this thing has spread so rapidly. This has claimed so many lives throughout its inception since March to now, and even before then when it started in China. So we can't really blame the government or judge the situation as we want to. We just have to try our very best in order to adhere to these regulations outlined by the government, because these measures are just being implemented in order to protect our own life and our own well-being in the current circumstance that we have. This is a global problem, and this is a problem that is not isolated to a particular area. This has spread and swept the world by storm. So when we see people going on about it, we just have to just adhere to the regulation. I know that many people, they were hoping that they would have Christmas with their family, Christmas with their friends, and just enjoy the whole lot of the fun and the festivity that surrounds Christmas. But as I heard a prime minister from a particular country said, and I really have to agree with him on that matter, it's best that you protect yourself this Christmas so that you can live to see another Christmas. And we have to just listen and be mindful of these things that is going on around there. What is going on in the world right now, this is not a joke thing. This is not something that we need to be playing around with. We have seen the devastation that it's caused right across the world. We see the economic turmoil that it's caused worldwide. And we have seen the downturn in so many different activities going to the dirt because of this. And we have to just try our very best to see how well we can protect ourselves in the best possible way. I know it's not easy. A whole lot of people will become depressed by locking in or staying indoor during this time. But guess what? It's for your own safety. It's for your own well-being. And we can't just be thinking about having fun every time or just being jolly. We have to acknowledge the fact that we have something out there that is claiming lives, and it's claiming lives not only locally but on the international scene. And even with the new strain of this thing, the local scientists or the international scientists, they are studying and monitoring this very closely, and they don't really know when this will come to an end, or whether or not this new strain of the virus is more deadly or more serious than the previous one that is out there before. So with all this said, we have to be cognizant and be mindful of the fact that we are caught in a predicament situation, and we are caught in a situation that the government really don't have any control over. They are just trying to initiate these measures or implement them in such a way just in order to protect our life and our well-being. So when we come out and we are expressing our own thoughts and our own beliefs, it's very sad to see how some people can be so naive to what is going on out there in the world. We have to acknowledge and be mindful that this situation is real. This is not a game. This is not a toy. People's lives are important, and we have to try to put measures in place in order to protect our own life and our well-being and our families and friends as well. So when the government implement these measures, they're not doing it because they want to keep you indoor, or they just don't want to see you out there having fun and enjoying yourself. You have to know that this is just in order to aid in the country's development and a fight against this virus as well. Because if this continues, can you just imagine this go on for another 3 or 4 more years? How would the world be by then? the world will be totally devastated. So we have to know that this is out there, and even though there are vaccines out there now in order to combat this virus, we don't know how effective that vaccine is as well, right? So we have to just try and just be mindful of this situation and just try our very best to see how well we can protect ourselves and try our very best to just adhere to these regulations outlined by the government, because this is not a joke thing. It's not a game. This is a real serious matter, and we really need to just start to acknowledge this and put more value on life instead of just thinking about party and having fun. We have to be thinking about how can we protect ourselves from this thing and try to protect others as well, because when we go out there and we have this fun and have this party, we don't know who we are mingling with. We don't know who is got it from who don't, right? So we have to be thinking about this and trying our very best to see how well we can protect ourselves in order to protect others as well. Governments in many countries have implemented so many different measures, so many different lockdowns, so many different restrictions, and still people are not adhering to these regulations. When you look in America, in Jamaica, you'll see a number of parties being hosted still behind closed doors. And most of these people, from time to time, if you look on and look throughout the crowd, you don't see these people wearing any mask. And this is what is causing the spread of this thing. And until then, we realize that we have a real national and a global problem. This is going to continue to spread, and it's going to spread like a wildfire, right? So we have to just think about these measures and think about how we can protect ourselves in order to protect others, right? So with this said, I'm just going to bring you over to the video that made rounds on the internet recently in relation to the flight from the United Kingdom destined to Jamaica, with the passengers became very boisterous in regards to them being told that they would have to quarantine for a 14-day period at a resort. So let's go over to that from Links 007 TV.
No sentence!
No sentence!
No sentence!
Test your send home. Test your send home.
No sentence! Take my friend.
I'm not going to send them. People in England are flying.
Exactly.
I was at work in a land there, 24 shifts. When we were going midnight.
No sentence!
Well, that was the actual clip that made rounds on social media in regards to a flight destined to Jamaica from the United Kingdom with some passengers on board. But as you see there, they were very boisterous and they became very angry when they were told that they would have to quarantine for a 40-day period. Well, you can't blame the Jamaican government for doing this, because guess what? At the end of the day, the UK is faced with a serious problem right now, and it's faced with the new strain of the virus. And when you look on Jamaica, Jamaica is a small Caribbean country which lacks many resources, or many simple resources per se, and the medical system is not up to the standard that we'd want to see it. So the government is just doing this in order to protect the lives of those that are out there, because at the end of the day, people are coming from a country which it's raving like a storm here as it relates to the spread of the virus, and the government in Jamaica cannot bear to see the spread developing more in our own country, right? And we really have to just think about this. And even though they have implemented these measures, people became very upset about the whole entire situation. But at the end of the day, it's just to protect the lives of the citizens of that country, and thus in order as well to allow the health system in order to cope with the spread of it locally already. Because when you look, it's already out there, it's spreading already. Even without visitors coming to the country, they have their own situation dealing with on a local scale already. So we have to just think about this, and just think about this in the sense that we know that this thing is out there, and the government of Jamaica, they have just tried their very best in order to see how well they can curtail the spread of the virus in the Caribbean islands. So I can't see why people are just bashing the government and people are just saying these derogatory things about the government based on this new measure that they implemented. I know that most of these individuals, they must have been briefed or have some knowledge of what was going on before they venture on the flight to the Caribbean island. So I just wish them all the best. I hope that the resort that they get to stay, that they really enjoy staying there, and I hope that everything does go well for them. I hope that none of them test positive as well, and I hope that they just enjoy their stay wherever they're at in St. Anne's. But this is where I'm going to leave this one here for now though. Thanks for watching. This has been Links to Blossom TV. Let's talk in a different fashion, a different setting. If it's the first time you're watching though, and I implore you, this is Links TV, the place to be. Just remember, like, share, subscribe to the channel so you're always notified whenever we post new videos on this platform. This is the place where you get the best in local and international news updates. Alright, peace out and have a blessed and productive day from Links TV family.